You keep setting goals, reading books, watching videos like this one, but somehow, you're still the same person with the same problems you had last year. What if you could completely rewire your brain in just 30 days and become unrecognizable to your past self? In this video, I'll share 6 neuroscience-backed techniques that will literally reshape your neural pathways and transform who you are. Starting today, research from the National Institute of Health shows that your brain can form new neural pathways in as little as 30 days through a process called neuroplasticity. This isn't motivational fluff, it's biology. The problem is, most people try to change their lives without changing their brain. They rely on willpower instead of rewiring. That's why 92% of New Year's resolutions fail. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to reprogram your mind at the neurological level. Let's dive in. Now here's where it gets interesting. The first 60 seconds after you wake up are the most neurologically malleable moments of your entire day. The morning mind scan is a 60-second practice where you consciously direct your first thoughts instead of letting them run on autopilot. During this window, your brain is in a theta wave state, the same state hypnotherapists use for reprogramming because your subconscious is wide open and highly suggestible. This works because of something called state-dependent learning. Research from Stanford University found that the emotional state you create in your first waking moments sets your neurochemical baseline for the next 4 to 6 hours. If you wake up and immediately check your phone, scrolling through problems and demands, you're literally bathing your brain in cortisol and training it to start every day in stress mode. But if you spend just 60 seconds consciously choosing your mental state, you're hijacking this neuroplasticity window. Here's how to do it. First, before you even open your eyes fully, take 3 deep breaths and say internally, "I am aware." This activates your prefrontal cortex, the conscious part of your brain. Second, mentally scan your body from head to toe, noticing any tension without judgment. This creates present-moment awareness instead of future anxiety. Third, set one emotional intention for the day, not a task. An emotion. Today I choose calm, or today I choose curiosity. Fourth, visualize that emotional state for just 20 seconds. See yourself moving through your day embodying it. For instance, instead of waking up and immediately thinking about everything you have to do, which trains your brain to associate consciousness with overwhelm, try this. Wake up, breathe, scan your body, choose grounded, and visualize yourself staying centered during a difficult meeting. Your brain can't tell the difference between vividly imagined experiences and real ones. You're literally pre-programming your responses. But that's not all. This next method works even while you're unconscious. Most people don't know this, but the last 5 minutes before you fall asleep are when your subconscious mind is most receptive to new programming. Sleep scripting is the practice of feeding your subconscious specific instructions right before sleep, so it processes and integrates them for 6 to 8 hours while you're unconscious. During the transition from wakefulness to sleep, your brain moves through alpha waves into theta waves, the same state where hypnotic suggestions bypass your critical conscious mind and go straight into your subconscious operating system. This works because your subconscious mind processes information during REM sleep. Dr. Matthew Walker's research at UC Berkeley shows that your brain literally rehearses and consolidates whatever information was most emotionally charged before sleep. If you fall asleep watching crime documentaries or scrolling through social media arguments, your brain spends the night processing fear, comparison, and conflict. But if you deliberately script positive, identity-level statements, your brain spends 8 hours wiring those beliefs into your neural architecture. Here's the protocol. First, 30 minutes before bed, stop all screens. Blue light disrupts this process. Second, write down 3 identity statements in present tense on paper, not on a device. I am someone who takes immediate action. I am becoming more disciplined every day. I naturally make choices aligned with my goals. Third, read these statements out loud 3 times slowly, feeling the emotion of them being true. Fourth, as you lie in bed, repeat the most powerful one silently until you drift off. Instead of falling asleep to Netflix, which trains your brain to need external stimulation to power down, try this. Write, "I am becoming the person I want to be," and repeat it as you fall asleep. Your subconscious will spend the entire night searching for evidence and ways to make this true. Common mistake: using negative statements like, "I am not lazy anymore." Your subconscious doesn't process negatives well. It hears lazy. Stay positive and present tense. Now, let's talk about something even more powerful. This next one is crucial. Your brain runs on automatic patterns 95% of the day, and you can't rewire what you don't first interrupt. The pattern interrupt protocol is a technique where you deliberately disrupt automatic behaviors the moment they start, creating a neurological scratch in the record that allows new patterns to form. Think of your habits like grooves worn into a dirt path. The more you walk the same route, the deeper the groove, the harder it is to walk anywhere else. Every time you interrupt an automatic pattern, you're literally weakening that neural pathway and creating space for a new one. This works because of Hebbian plasticity, summarized as neurons that fire together, wire together. Research from MIT shows that habits live in a part of your brain called the basal ganglia, which operates unconsciously. When you perform an automatic behavior without thinking, like checking your phone when you're bored, eating when you're not hungry, or procrastinating when you face resistance, you're strengthening that neural circuit. But the moment you catch yourself and consciously choose differently, you're activating your prefrontal cortex, which weakens the automatic circuit and builds a new one. It takes about 3 seconds of conscious interruption to break the automaticity. Here's how to implement it. First, identify your 3 most destructive automatic patterns. For most people, it's phone checking, decision avoidance, or comfort seeking. Second, create a physical interrupt trigger. The moment you catch yourself starting the pattern, do something physical. Snap your fingers, touch your nose, stamp your foot. This sounds silly, but the physical action creates a neural break. Third, immediately replace the pattern with a pre-decided alternative. If your pattern is checking your phone when anxious, your replacement might be 3 deep breaths. Fourth, celebrate the interrupt. Say yes, or fist pump. This releases dopamine and rewards the new circuit. For instance, instead of trying to quit social media through willpower, which almost never works long-term, because you're fighting your basal ganglia with your prefrontal cortex, and your basal ganglia always wins in a stamina contest. Try this. The moment your hand reaches for your phone out of boredom, snap your fingers, say pattern, and do 5 push-ups. Your brain will start associating phone checking with push-ups, making the automatic urge weaken over 30 days. This brings me to the next secret. You've already watched this far, so let me share something most self-help content gets dangerously wrong. Identity shifting through action is the principle that you cannot think your way into a new identity. You must act your way into new thinking. Your brain doesn't believe what you tell it. Your brain believes what you show it through repeated behavior. This is the reverse of how most people try to change. They try to believe something new, hoping it will change their behavior. That's backwards. This works because of a concept called self-perception theory, discovered by psychologist Daryl Bem. Your brain is constantly watching your behavior and forming beliefs about who you are based on what you do. Research from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology shows that people who perform identity-consistent actions, even if they don't believe the identity yet, begin adopting that identity within 2 to 3 weeks. It's not fake it till you make it, it's do it until you become it. Think of it like this. If someone secretly watched your behavior for 30 days and had to guess your identity based only on your actions, not your thoughts or intentions, what would they conclude? That's your actual identity. If you say I'm a disciplined person but you hit snooze, skip workouts, and procrastinate, your brain sees the gap and creates cognitive dissonance, which is mentally exhausting. But when your actions match your desired identity, your brain relaxes and adopts the belief. Here's the system. First, choose one identity you want to embody. I am a healthy person. I am a creator. I am disciplined. Second, identify the 3 smallest actions that person would do daily. A healthy person might drink water first thing, take the stairs, eat 1 vegetable. Third, do those 3 actions every single day for 30 days, regardless of how you feel. Fourth, at the end of each day, say out loud, I am this identity because today I did these actions. This creates the evidence loop. Instead of waiting to feel motivated or confident before acting, like your desired identity, which keeps you stuck because feelings follow action, not the other way around. Try this. If you want to become a writer, write 1 sentence every morning for 30 days before doing anything else. Your brain will watch you write daily and conclude, I must be a writer. Common mistake, choosing actions that are too big. A writer writes 1 sentence daily beats. A writer writes for 2 hours daily because the former is sustainable and the latter leads to failure and identity damage. But wait, there's more to this. Now, you might be thinking, I've tried changing before and nothing sticks. There's a scientific reason for this, and it's fascinating. The neurochemical reset is a 7-day protocol where you deliberately reduce artificial dopamine sources to restore your brain's natural reward system. Most people can't change because their dopamine receptors are downregulated from constant overstimulation. Social media, sugar, porn, video games, binge watching. When your dopamine baseline is artificially elevated, normal, healthy behaviors feel unrewarding, making positive change neurologically difficult. This works because of dopamine tolerance. Dr. Anna Lemke at Stanford explains that dopamine is like a seesaw. Every high is followed by an equal low as your brain tries to maintain balance. Research shows that infinite scroll apps, processed foods, and digital entertainment create dopamine spikes up to 10 times higher than natural rewards, like accomplishing a task, having a conversation, or exercising. When you constantly chase these supernormal stimuli, your dopamine receptors downregulate to protect themselves. This makes everything else, including your goals, feel boring and pointless. It's like turning up music too loud for too long. Eventually, you can't hear normal conversation. Your brain has the volume cranked up from artificial sources, so it can't hear the quiet satisfaction of real accomplishment. A 7-day reset allows your receptors to upregulate, making normal activities rewarding again. Here's the reset protocol. For 7 days, eliminate the big 4: social media, processed sugar, digital entertainment, and porn. I know that sounds extreme, but partial reduction doesn't work. It's like being slightly pregnant. You need a full reset. First, delete social apps from your phone entirely for 7 days. Not just use less, delete them. Second, eat only whole foods, nothing in a package. Third, replace screen entertainment with reading, walking, or creating something. Fourth, when boredom hits, and it will hit hard around day 3, sit with it. Don't fill it. This is your dopamine system recalibrating. Instead of trying to build discipline while your brain is dopamine fried, which is like trying to hear a whisper at a rock concert, try this. Do a 7-day reset first, then introduce your new habits. You'll be shocked at how much easier change becomes when your neurochemistry is balanced. For instance, someone who can't focus for 10 minutes on day 1 often finds they can focus for 90 minutes by day 8. Not because they got more disciplined, but because their dopamine receptors upregulated. Now let's talk about the most powerful technique. This final method is the most powerful and the most misunderstood. Future self-visualization with emotion is not the law of attraction or wishful thinking. It's a neuroscience technique where you create vivid, emotionally charged mental rehearsals of your future self, which your brain treats as real experiences and begins building the neural architecture to support. The key most people miss: emotion. Visualization without emotion is daydreaming. Visualization with emotion is neurological training. This works because your brain uses the same neural circuits for imagined experiences as real ones. Research from Harvard using fMRI scans shows that when you vividly visualize an action with full sensory detail and emotion, your motor cortex fires as if you're actually performing the action. Olympic athletes have used this for decades. Dr. Joe Dispenza's research shows that when you combine visualization with elevated emotion, you're literally signaling your genes and creating the biological state of your future self in the present moment. Your body begins producing the neurochemicals and hormones of that reality now. Think of it like this: your brain is a prediction machine. It's constantly asking, based on past patterns, what's going to happen next, and creating that reality. But when you create a vivid, emotionally real experience of a different future repeatedly, your brain starts predicting that future instead. It's pattern recognition working for you, not against you. Here's the exact protocol. First, set aside 10 minutes daily. Morning is best. Second, close your eyes and build a scene of your future self 30 days from now, living as the transformed version. Make it specific. What are you wearing? How do you move? How do you speak? What do people notice about you? Third, and this is crucial, generate the emotion of already being that person. Feel the pride, the confidence, the peace. Spend 5 full minutes in that emotional state. Fourth, open your eyes and immediately take one action your future self would take. This bridges visualization to reality. Instead of vaguely imagining being successful while feeling nothing, which teaches your brain that success is emotionally flat and unrewarding, try this. Visualize yourself 30 days from now standing taller because you've kept your commitments to yourself. Feel the deep self-respect. See someone ask what changed about you, and feel the quiet confidence as you explain your transformation. Feel it so intensely that your body produces the chemistry of that reality. Elevated heart rate, smile forming, shoulders back. Then immediately do one push-up, make your bed, or send one important email. Your brain will link the emotional state to the action, making it addictive. Common mistake: visualizing perfection. Don't visualize yourself never struggling. Visualize yourself struggling and choosing your new identity anyway. This is realistic and builds anti-fragility. Your brain will believe it because it knows struggle is real. The truth is, 30 days of these 6 methods will create more transformation than 3 years of motivation videos and self-help books. Let's quickly review what we covered today. Number 1, the morning mind scan. Own your first 60 seconds to set your neurochemical baseline for the day. Number 2, sleep scripting. Program your subconscious mind during the 5 minutes before sleep. Number 3, pattern interrupt protocol. Consciously disrupt automatic behaviors to weaken old neural pathways. Number 4, identity shifting through action. Act your way into new thinking, not the other way around. Number 5, the neurochemical reset. 7 days of dopamine detox to restore your brain's natural reward system. Number 6, future self-visualization with emotion. Create emotionally charged mental rehearsals to build new neural architecture. Remember, neuroplasticity is not a theory. It's a biological fact. Your brain is rewiring itself right now based on what you're doing, thinking, and feeling. The only question is, are you rewiring it intentionally or by default? You have everything you need to become a completely different person in 30 days. The only difference between who you are now and who you'll be 30 days from now is the neural pathways you choose to strengthen or weaken starting today. Don't wait until you feel ready. or until Monday, or until things calm down. Your brain is building patterns right now, in this moment. Start with just one method today. I promise you, 30 days from now, you'll look back at this moment as the turning point. Your future self is watching you decide right now. Make them proud. If you found this helpful, hit that like button. It tells YouTube to share this with other people who are ready to actually change, not just think about it. Subscribe for more neuroscience-backed strategies that go beyond surface-level motivation. Drop a comment telling me which of these 6 methods you're starting with today. I read every single one, and it helps you commit publicly, which increases follow-through by 65% according to commitment research. And if you want to learn exactly how to eliminate the hidden mental blocks sabotaging your transformation, check out the video I'm linking on screen right now about subconscious reprogramming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember, 30 days or stay the same forever. The choice and the power is yours.